Zdravím všechny, co jste na kanál, tady ze Stresa, vítejte u dalšího dílu naší ságy z Genshinu. No, je to sága? Mám jenom málo míst, kde jsem to slovo slyšel, no. To je tak, když se to snažíte používat advanced slova, ale hrajete jenom na levelu 1. A používáte slovo který jen na levelu 10. Prostě budeme dělat věci dneska v tomto díle, a to side story questy, jelikož děkuji. Yes. Jelikož jsme v minulém díle dodělali ekonomii, tak totálně, takže můžu díky tomu vylepšit Jaimiko, což jsem hodně dlouhou dobu chtěl. A učinilo mě to spokojeným. Tak jsme také dodělali ságu Mlžného ostrova, což mě taky udělalo velmi spokojeným, z jiných důvodů, ale spokojenost byla stejně uměrná. Protože mě to štvalo hrozně, což jsem, myslím, zmiňoval několikrát v průběhu, kdykoliv to vyplulo. A dneska se budeme tedy věnovat side story questu. Bude to relativně velký, relativně dobrý, I bet. Genshin tým určitě napsal hodně zajímavou story a já se na to těším. Takže se rovnou do toho zaplujem. Dneska nás čeká one of these people. Je prostě, že tak velká hádanka není, je to jenom 33%, 1/3, protože to máme. Všechno je zamklý s tou ságou sumerských archon questů, je to jenom Baiju, Nilu a Tighnari. Tak who is it gonna be? Which one of these three? Nebudu vás napínat tak dlouho. Vyhráli ti, co si vsadili, že budeme dneska dělat Tighnariho. No, Tighnari, jak mu já říkám zkomolaně. Záhada Act1. Takže spendeme náš story key a půjdeme se podívat, co dělá, jak se má. The unanswerable problems. You haven't gone to see Catherine in a while, why don't you go have a look? Yep. Zajímavé. Teleportování se přes půlku celého světa zabralo trošku díl, prej údajně. A já vlastně mám tuhletu schopnost. Co si myslíš? Já. A co si o tom myslíš ty? Ona. Stavím se tu jenom na jeden. Shopování na jeden den. A ta mercenariolka zase. Ta to určitě zůstane na věky. Well, you know. No. Jak jsme tady? Jsem zapomněl, že ji zničili v tom Archon questu a že prostě nějaký rebuildnuli. Někdo, nějak. Možná do Tore? Ten si byl relativně vědom věcí, co se děje.
Traveler, you've come at a good time.
Wait, this sounds like another commission.
It is as you say. The commission this time around is of high importance. It pertains to the safety of the Avidia Forest's inhabitants.
Ooh.
Huh? What happened?
Not long ago, we received word that a section of the Avidia Forest seems to have become contaminated.
Dun dun dun.
Contaminated? You mean a new withering zone?
I don't know about the specifics, but I hear that strange things are happening to people who cross through that region. The Avidia Forest inhabitants won't leave their homes so easily. If we allow this contaminated region to expand, the consequences could be unimaginable. That's why I want to ask you to investigate the situation. Even if all you can do is stop the contamination from spreading, that will still save many people.
This is forest business. Maybe Tighnari will know something. Let's go find him.
Okay. The unanswerable problems. Něco se děje v lese? Zavolejte si lesního experta. Nikdo není větší expert než tady ten chuj. Zase mám svoji ostřílenou battle grupu, protože prostě já téhle hře nevěřím a je jim po pípaným enemy level overlevelování. Nám nedáme možnost snížit si levely a i třeba, že to nebude dávat žádný dropy. Ne. Jednou si dáte world level na max a pak prostě fuck you if you don't have characters for it. Jestli malá obočka. Jestli mě něco nehorázně sere, tak je to ten fakt, že když nevíte, jak funguje hra a zvedáte si world level, protože vám to dává rewardy, že za to dostáváte věci, když dostáváte ty adventure ranky a tím se vám zvedá world level a neuvědomujete si, co to dělá, jako já, tak si zvednete world level prostě výš a výš, aniž byste si levelovali charaktery a pak skončíte na světě, kde má 80 a vaše nejvyšší postavy mají v průměru tak 60. A vy prostě nemůžete použít hromadu postav, který máte, protože jednak vylevet postavu z levelu 1 na level 80 je hrozný undertaking. A i když máte nějakou postavu na 80, tak stejně budete chtít hrát za jiný postavy a vy za ně nemůžete hrát, protože to jsou 40 možná. Většina z nich, co mám, tak jsou mezi 40 a 60, málo který na 70 a pár vybraných, který používám na 80. Prostě, kdyby dali, jakože snížit si world level o víc než jeden, nebo si prostě vybrat world level a mít jako nějaký prostě mě by vůbec nevadilo. Prostě absolutní vypnutí veškerých dropů, že prostě nic nebude dropovat vůbec nic. Jenom kdybych prostě mohl právě procházet příběhy, který by měli monstra na levelu 60 a ne na levelu 90, tak to by bylo naprosto krásný. To byl prostě nádherný svět, ve kterým bych žil. A v tom světě bohužel nežijem. Takže proto mám tuhletu battle grupu. Šož. Tak proto mám svoji battle grupu a ne lumininu grupu, protože pokud se setkám s nějakou bojovou sekcí, což tohle vypadá, tak budu totálně v háji a video bude o miliardu let delší, protože se tam budu pachtit s HPčkovýma houbama, který prostě budou absorbovat veškerý útoky. Anyway, rant is over. Budeme pokračovat. Hi, Tighnari.
This is where you've been, Tighnari? That's...
Shh! Keep your voice down.
Tighnari, everything's spinning. Am I going to die? Tell Mom
Damn.
that I should have listened to her and tell
This is just straight
her
up.
I'm sorry for breaking her toy. I didn't tell her because I was scared
boy,
that
tak
she
pomalu.
wouldn't play with me, Tighnari.
Yes, we get it.
I heard that people turn into birds after they die.
What happened?
Yes.
Tighnari, is he?
Okay, enough nonsense. You just have a small fever. Take your medication and rest. You'll be bouncing off the walls in no time.
Really? Then, can you keep the thing about the toy a secret for now?
Wow.
No can do. You're a big kid now. Once you've recovered, go and apologize. Keeping secrets to yourself won't solve anything.
Oh.
Můžeme se dostat k něčemu,
Let me ask you something.
jako kvůli čemu tu
I
jsme.
recall that you're usually pretty healthy. How did you get this sick all of a sudden?
I don't know either. Mom's been telling me not to play. It's different from
Get
before.
to it.
I got lost and went around in a huge circle. After I got out, I started feeling dizzy.
Could it be?
The contaminated region?
So that's how this whole mess happened. Anyway, go rest. No running around until I say so. Traveler, Paimon, let's step out for now.
Sure. Odejdeme asi tak 5
Mr.
metrů?
Forest Watcher, how is my son?
I gave him some antipyretics. Let him rest here for a while. I told him that he would feel better after some medicine and rest. But I only said that to comfort him. His symptoms resemble a fever, but something else is causing them. They seem more akin to a disruption in his psyche. Antipyretics won't be of much use.
What do we do? Mr. Forest Watcher, you have to help him.
If memory serves, a plant called Vasanti grass can help soothe the mind. A small number grow in arid deserts. They usually look like shriveled weeds, but can be revitalized with a splash of water. They're expensive and unable to grow in the Avidia forest's climate, so I don't have any on hand. I'll ask the caravans. Go find Kale. Have her prepare some
Kale.
tools and a set of traveling gear for me.
All right. Thank you.
Contaminated region. Is that why you two are also here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it a new withering zone?
Doesn't seem like one. Whether you look at scale, internal conditions, or resultant effects, they're completely different. The only thing they have in common is that they aren't welcome. This nuisance made itself home in the Avidia forest, so I can't turn a blind eye.
We feel the same way.
All right.
That's
Let's
cool of
contact
you.
the caravans first and purchase some Vasanti grass. We can also ask about the contaminated region. There's no time to waste. We have to move quickly. Let's go.
Až na to, že karavanovat až do pouště bude nějak trvat. Pokud nekonotuješ až nějakého obchodníka, který má náhodou tu bylinu on hand. So... Kde je tenhle ten mýtický traveling merchant? 400 metrů daleko. Jo, na kraji hlavního města. Jo, v hlavním městě to dává smysl. Tam se dováží zboží vode však možně a hromada lidem dělá biznis s různýma materiálama. Takže jestli by někde mělo smysl mít materiál, který by se tam normálně nepoužíval, tak je to business reasons, like right here. Ťuk. Nebuďte otočený.
Excuse me. I'd like to purchase some Vasanti grass. Do you have any?
I'm sorry, Mr. Forest Watcher, but we've been closed for the past few days.
Closed? Now that's odd. It's my first time hearing you say something like that.
It's a long story. Some of our goods were stolen recently. They were mechanical parts that we got from the academia. Although they're old models, they still fetch a good price on the market. Our caravans had to pull together more to afford those parts. Now that they've been lost, we'll likely come up short this trip. All the merchants talked it over and we decided to raise the prices of our remaining inventory. Until this plan takes effect, none of us can privately sell anything.
I don't get it. If these goods are so important, then why not think of a way to get them back? Raising prices won't solve anything. At best, you're shoving the consequences of the robbery onto your customers.
Mr. Forest Watcher, it's not that we don't want to. It's just the thief disappeared into the deepest parts of the forest. We asked around, and apparently the forest has been very unusual as of late. Anyone who goes in experiences mental anomalies. We can't keep waiting out here for the thief to come out. All we could do is come up with another solution.
So the bandit hid in the contaminated region after stealing those mechanical parts? How many people were there in total? Were they not affected by the contaminated region?
That crook came from the contaminated region. As for how many, there weren't any people.
No people?
Even if I tell you, you might not believe me. Fine. The
Okay.
thief that stole our parts was a huge mechanical crab.
What the heck? The Avidia forest has creatures like that?
Didn't see any in the video for us field guide.
To be honest, I'd rather not think about it. It moved too skillfully to be new at this. It came out of nowhere. Before we could react, it swiped our goods and ran away. We were all shocked. By the time we came to our senses, the thief was already long gone.
I see. If we help you retrieve your stolen goods, then business will return to normal?
Oh, but of course! Not only that, but you'll become one of our caravan's VIPs on all future purchases of...
Enough! Tell me something that's actually useful. Any leads on that mechanical crab?
Maybe one. After our goods were stolen, we specifically got someone to assess the situation. If you're interested, you can go and talk to them.
All right. We'll go and have a word.
A kdo je them? Lidi kolem. You.
After the goods were stolen, I made multiple inquiries with nearby caravans. It turns out that many others have also been robbed by that crooked crab. However, the crab only seems to be interested in machinery. It doesn't even bat an eye at other valuables. A caravan carrying a large amount of mora had an uneventful trip, but another caravan had a child whose metal toy was taken. Whatever the case, that thing is a scourge. We'll eventually think of a way to get rid of it.
Hey, attracted to machines. Normálně týpka vezmeme dalšího, pak garda.
I heard from the caravanners that there have been a lot of robberies lately, but we haven't been affected. We don't normally see the mechanical crab, and it doesn't disturb our daily life. It only shows up when the caravans are here, and it runs back to the contaminated region after it's done making a mess.
You haven't tried
We have, but it's too... However, we did unexpectedly learn something the last time we tried. It apparently lives in the deepest part of the forest. So instead of immediately moving its spoils, it first hides them nearby. Once its stash grows large enough, it moves everything in one go. You'll have to move fast if you want those goods back.
Interesting. Next one.
That mechanical crab is fast, strong, and a pain to deal with. 10 of us might not even be able to take that thing head on. Didn't the academia ban research on mechanical life forms years ago? Where did that thing come from?
Kanria?
Our salaries
Jako
got
všechny ty-
slashed because of it. Who would have thought that that robber wasn't a human, but a mechanic?
How are things?
We learned of its behaviors, but much still remains unclear. Assuming normal operational status, mechanical constructs generally act according to their given commands. If I were its owner, I'd command it to steal more valuable things, or the mora you made. That would be the most efficient method, but it only goes after mechanical components.
Right. It's really weird.
Yes, it's weird.
So you all found a way to retrieve our goods?
Do you have any more mechanical parts with you?
Yes, I still have a small bag of samples. They weren't taken since I keep them on me at all times. Oh, are you planning to...
Under constant external conditions, organisms rarely initiate changes in their habits. Here's what we know so far. It has a mechanical composition, it lives in the contaminated region, and it comes out to steal mechanical components. If we have said components, we can lure it out, capture it, and then make observations for further conclusions. Well, chatting like this won't get us anywhere.
You're right. We don't have any other options right now. This bag of samples is all yours. Mr. Forest Watcher. If you can get our goods back, the caravans will reward you generously.
We don't need anything in return, but I'll be keeping this bag. I may have other uses for it later. We'll also need to borrow a sumpter beast. Our act has to be convincing if we want the crab to fall for it.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. If it means getting our things back, you can even borrow me to do whatever you need.
I'll have to decline that offer. Anyway, we'll use the mechanical components and sumpter beast to pose as a transiting caravan and lure out the crab. Once it appears, capture it. I leave the timing to you.
Don't worry, we're professional.
Yeah, we're profesh. Wow, to není tak daleko. Jak je Avidia Forest Region. Jo, celý prostě tady to. Uí. Ne, jo. Jsi si vzpomněl, co se stane vždycky, když dělám takovýhle chujoviny. Mě dropnou z výšky a pak zabíjí na hidu, bo... Jaký lotosy. Here we go.
Looking at the trade routes and the contaminated region's current perimeter, the goods were likely stolen somewhere around here.
Uprostřed řeky.
Then let's get to it. We'll definitely capture that criminal crab.
Okay. We'll start from here and have the sumpter beast with the components on board lead the way. This sumpter beast isn't familiar with us yet, so be calm and take your time with it.
The sumpter beast went ahead. Let's keep up with it. Why'd it stop?
Voda?
Looks like it's loafing around. Or maybe it's hungry. The caravanners grew disheartened after their goods were stolen, so they probably didn't feed their animals as scheduled. Let's give it something to eat.
Ah, cool. That was it.
Alright, it's moving again.
Are we good? Yep. Yep.
Did you hear something? Is that the mechanical crab the caravan was talking about? It's charging straight at us!
It looks strong. Be careful.
Jo, je to jedna taká nrýská chujovina.
Hold the line. There is no escape.
Fuck you. Mám připravenou na tebe kombinaci. Sans will to fight? Proč tam bylo Sans? Mechanical crab, Sans will to fight? Sans jako Sans z Undertale? Ten skeleton kid? What? Já jako nevím, vůbec nevím, co bylo v závorce, ale jako šokovalo mě to.
Just try to escape this time, you naughty caravan robbing crab! Hey, playing dumb won't save you. Spill it! Why are you stealing so many mechanical parts?
Paimon, it doesn't seem to understand us.
It doesn't seem capable of comprehending complex questions. Keep an eye on it. I'll search around the area for the caravan's goods.
That's when Tighnari finds the goods.
I don't know why you're stealing mechanical parts, but they don't belong to you. Stolen items must be returned to their rightful owners. Any objections?
It looks sad.
You came from the depths of the contaminated region, right? How about you help us with something? If you take us there, I'll give you some mechanical parts as a reward.
It reacted!
Does it understands us?
We can't be certain yet. Its excitement may be a simple programmed response upon seeing mechanical components.
Okay, so you want the crowd to lead us into the contaminated region?
That's right. The contaminated region has a large and currently expanding perimeter, so it would be difficult to conduct a thorough search. If we charge straight in, we'll get lost like headless pigeons. Also, our new friend here seems to be full of secrets. I've been studying this contaminated region recently, and I have a hypothesis of my own. So to be absolutely safe, it would be best to have a guide lead the way.
Paimon gets it now. Does the scuttler understand what you're saying?
It doesn't have to, as long as it isn't hostile towards us. I gave it some components that it will definitely take back to the contaminated region. So long as it doesn't attack us, we can simply follow along.
It seems to be really happy.
Listen to me. Wait for us here. No running off. We'll be back soon. If you're still here when we return, I'll give you another mechanical part as a reward.
Does that count as understanding?
I'm not sure. But our priorities are to retrieve the mechanical components, and to purchase Vasanti grass to make medicine with. We should return. But before we do, we need to set up a few traps. Can't have that crab escaping.
Give the mechanical balance back to the merchant. Well, let's return the components. Já nevím, jak bych mohl. Boční nápad. Bych mohl zanechat to core trio, který je vlastně core té skvadry a vloudit tam luminu takhle na okraj.
Oh! These are the mechanical parts that were stolen! You really got them back for us! Thank you all so very much. I don't know how I can repay you. Wait, didn't you want to purchase Vasanti grass? Don't worry about the price. They're on the house. How many do you need?
2 is enough.
No, that won't do. Here.
No need. I've already received a reward from you.
Reward? You mean that bag of mechanical parts? They aren't worth much compared to this merchandise.
But those parts are very useful to me. Just like the Vasanti grass. I retrieved the things you needed, and you gave me what I needed in return. We're even. Oh, and before we go, just a reminder. The forest has an intricate and biodiverse ecosystem. Even if there were no mechanical crabs, other dangers are still present. Take caution on this route.
Noted. Thank you all ever so much.
Let's return to the village. The earlier we can give the child medicine, the sooner he'll start feeling better.
A co ten krab? Go back to the forest. Let's go over here. Kam bude ten? Jo, tamhle vedl tenhle. Kolej!
Oh, hi there, Traveler and Paimon. Master, I prepared the pharmaceutical equipment. Do you need me to help grind the medicine?
No need. A precise dosage is required this time, so I'll do it myself.
Oh, okay.
But once I'm done, you can deliver the medication to the child. He gets a little nervous when I'm around for too long. I don't think he finds me very approachable. I'll go prepare the medication. Traveler, give me a hand.
Oh. After you prepare medicine, Kolei gives it.
How is he? Doing any better? I feel like he's doing a lot better. And his temperature is returning to normal. That's wonderful! Oh yeah. He asked me to tell you that Suna came by earlier, and he told her everything about the toy. Suna didn't get mad, so he wanted to thank you. Can I ask what happened?
It's nothing. Did you prepare the traveling gear that I asked you to?
Of course I did. Are you going somewhere far away?
Yes, we're going to the contaminated region. Judging by its size, we will likely have to stay overnight. I'm leaving everything to you while I'm gone.
Huh? But I can't even begin to compare to you.
Many things are learned by doing. And once they've been done, you'll realize that they weren't as difficult as you once thought they were. Deal with problems as you yourself see fit. You don't have to emulate me.
That's right. You'll do great, Kale. All right. Then I'll do my best. Master, Traveler, Paimon, take care of yourselves.
Everything will be fine with Tighnari around.
You put too much confidence in me. Anyway, like you said, things will likely be uneventful. Let's return and find that crab.
Wait, Master. What crab? Into the hinterland. There we go. Cool.
We're here.
Co si přizabila?
Huh? Where's the crab?
Já jsem ho viděl, protože jsem mu skočil na hlavu. Se říká, kde je ten krab? A já mu skočím na hlavu, protože je takhle na tady, někde tady na té straně screenu.
Did it secretly scuttle away?
Nope.
The traps weren't triggered, so it should still be here. Odd.
There it is. It's here.
You honored our agreement and waited here until we returned. As such, I'll hold up my end and give you another mechanical part. Keep it safe. I'm not giving you another one if you lose it. Glad you're satisfied. If you want more mechanical parts, take us deeper into the contaminated region. I want to see what happened there. What caused the Avidia forest to become like this?
A tady podél řeky. Set off to the contaminated region. Druhá strana řeky.
So this is the contaminated region that everyone's been talking about. Oh, it definitely looks different from normal. It's like really creepy and suffocating.
Do you feel unwell at all?
Doing fine so far.
Good. It's as I predicted. Elemental power confers a degree of resistance against the contaminated region's influence.
How do you know that?
Well, I haven't entered the contaminated region for a proper investigation, but I've conducted quite a few controlled experiments. My observations during our time here have all but confirmed my hypothesis. Look at these flowers. How are they different from normal?
They're brighter.
This flower species is formerly known as the Sumeru rose, but it is also known as the leyline lodestar. They're sensitive to ley lines and emit varying amounts of light in response. Excessive brightness indicates a dangerous level of leyline activity in the surrounding area. From the looks of things, the ley lines around here are already out of control.
You're saying the contamination here is coming from ley lines?
I can't confirm that right now, but I think that is the case. Let's take another look around and see if we can discover more clues.
Can I pick it up? Yes. Strange Sumeru rose.
You know, we haven't seen any animals this entire time. The birds used to chirp really loudly, and there were a lot of foxes.
The contaminated region currently appears to have a critical efflux of leyline energy. which is probably the root cause of the patient's cognitive disturbances. Some animals have keen awareness. They sensed something abnormal in this area and fled.
Leaky ley lines sure can cause a lot of damage, huh?
Like how plants have preferred growth conditions, we also gradually habituate to our surrounding environment. Climate, temperature, humidity, intensity of ley line energies. When people live under fixed conditions, they reach a sort of homeostasis with their environment. This equilibrium is broken when the surrounding environment abruptly changes, causing people's bodies to react in abnormal ways. If normal fluctuations in temperature occur, then our bodies automatically adjust. However, the average person cannot adapt to changes in ley line energy, and so they fall ill.
Ah, I see.
Then why are we okay?
I'm not sure why you are, but she and I are fine because our elemental capabilities allow us to adapt to this kind of change. Of course, it's not a good idea to spend too much time in areas with concentrated ley line energy. The only one who can freely traverse this place is probably the mechanical crab. That's about it for the investigation. Help me find an open space. I want to test something.
Kopec nebo dole?
Environment.
Asi dole.
No wind. Target parameters. Normal. Setup complete. Excellent. Looks like it's working.
What's this?
A purification device I made. It can absorb excess ley line energy and temporarily stabilize an area.
What a neat thing! Let's set up more and cover the entire region!
I wouldn't mind if that would actually work. Unfortunately, once this contamination is present, it isn't something that a few purification devices can fix. The purification devices have their limits. At best, they can only prevent the contaminated region from expanding temporarily. If we want to permanently eradicate the contamination from the ley line effluents, we'll need to tackle the source.
At the heart of the contamination?
That's right.
Huh? The mechanical crab is acting a little strange.
Attack mode?
Something's approaching.
Ah,
So that's it.
Krokos.
Now that the ley line energy has stabilized, the monsters that had left are starting to return. Get rid of them quickly. Don't let them get close to the purification device.
Dostanu za nich ty resursy.
Rest and rebuild.
Ne.
Whew. That's all of them.
Oh, these guys.
Hey, where are you? Wait for us. Let's hurry and keep up. The mechanical crab went that way. Let's keep up.
Help! Help!
Let's move on. Committed to memory. Illusion shut.
Nope. Hi.
Spare me.
Hey, are you okay?
These injuries are superficial. Don't move. I'll patch you up.
Who are you all? What happened to those mechanical monsters?
Don't worry, we took care of them.
Oh, good. It's a monster! Hurry, attack it!
How do we explain this? Krabby here isn't a bad guy. It heard you shouting for help and brought us here to rescue you.
It's faking it.
It has to be! Do you know what's
blah,
inside
blah.
the forest? It's all crawling with mechanical freaks! I just came here to pick herbs, but I accidentally went into the contaminated region and almost died. I gotta get out of here. Ah, yes. Yes. I have to escape. Be careful. These mechanical life forms are up to no good. It'd be best if you stayed far, far away from them. No wonder the academia wanted to completely ban the existence of mechanical life forms.
Are you okay?
His inarticulate speech and bodily tremors indicate psyche disruption. He's been inside the contaminated region for too long. We've purified the ley line energy over there. Follow this path out and you'll soon see the village.
Okay.
When he gets to the village, someone will bring him to Kale for help. I already prepared medication that will return him to normal.
It looks like it's expecting something?
So, you think you did a good job and want a part as your reward?
It's so hard to understand.
Alright. Regardless of what you're thinking, you did some real good this time. That's why I'll give you another mechanical part. Need any help with it? Guess not. Well, make sure to hang on to it. What was going through your owner's mind when he made you? I wonder. You're like a giant mechanical crab on the outside and a fluffy little hamster on the inside. And also, how do you feel about that person saying that you're as evil as the other mechanical life forms?
Okay, it definitely doesn't understand you.
It seems like it possesses limited understanding, only towards matters related to mechanical components. Help others to get parts. That's probably its thought process. As for why it, rather, its owner, is collecting so many components, I'm not sure.
Yeah, me neither.
It's getting late. Let's set up camp for the night. We'll explore further tomorrow after a night's rest. Hey! Over here!
Já jsem tam
Come on, you big lummox. Raise your head and look up.
Já jsem tam nahoře byl dávno před tebou, ale byl jsem teleportován dolů.
Let's set up camp here.
All right. Paimon also thinks it's a good spot.
Oh. Any particular reason?
This place is perfect to put up a big tent. We can also set up a cooking pot and cook tons of delicious food.
A very Paimon reason.
You're not wrong. But the primary reason for choosing this place is because its higher elevation keeps us away from the water vapor below. Rainforests are very wet. You should always be careful when spending the night in damp places. For the next tasks at hand, let's divide and conquer. I'll set up the tent. You'll be in charge of making the fire. And Paimon will forage for edibles nearby.
Leave it to Paimon. Paimon's a pro.
I'm not expecting that much. Just do what you can.
Damn. Hey, Lumina starts a fire.
Right. You can use rushes to start a fire in the wilderness. Their piths are relatively dry and can be readily set aflame. The downside is that they produce a lot of smoke.
Traveler, Tighnari, Paimon couldn't find any food. Paimon didn't know that rainforest had so many interesting plants until we came here. They were all sort of weird-looking mushrooms, but Paimon didn't know which ones were edible. Paimon also saw berries on the ground, and Paimon was gonna fly over and pick them up, but the dead leaves on top suddenly started moving. It freaked Paimon out.
Oh,
those were probably dead leaf butterflies. They camouflage as dead leaves to evade predators. My guess is that they mistook you for a bird when you flew over, so they fled. Little did they know that you were more scared than they were. Never mind. The tent's up, so you two go rest. I'll forage for food. Oh, you found some already.
It's more useful than Damn! Holy shit. můžete vidět, že Lumina bude mít hodně biting komentářů. Pak se vrátí kicking and screaming, prostě, I'm so scared. Yeah, this guy's more useful than you. Damn. Jako já jsem jako jeden z těch, co Paimon jakože ne úplně nesnáším level, ale jako preferoval bych jí neposlouchat delší dobu. Takže jako ani já bych to, ani já to nevyberu. To je hrozně krutý, obzvláště po tej. Poděkuju a nebudu do ní rejpat. You have my gratitude.
Paimon understands it this time. It wants mechanical parts again.
Sorry, no part this time. That task wasn't important enough. If every little thing resulted in a reward, then it might start to take advantage of the system. I'll note little things like this, and give a cumulative reward at a later time.
Are you running low on parts?
That is one reason.
It looks really sad.
After some further thought, it might come up with some weird misunderstanding if I don't give it something. All right, here's another for you. I'm off to prepare dinner. We'll take shifts on lookout duty tonight. You two can sleep first. I'll wake you up later.
We need lookouts?
Yes. Even though most animals fled because of the ley lines, we can't completely let down our guard. It's settled then. I'll set up some pest-repelling devices so, poisonous insects don't come crawling into the tent. Have a good night.
You're pulling out too good night. Hey, let's go rest.
Paimon's getting sleepy. Is this because of the ley lines? It's been a while since we camped outside like this. This is like when we just started adventuring together. Nighty-night.
Yeah, very good point. Jestli Paimon nebude mít contaminated zone fever, tak koluju shenanigans. Paimon falls asleep while reminiscing.
You're awake earlier than I expected. Did you sleep well?
Very well. Though still kind of sleepy.
That's good. I was worried that you two wouldn't be able to sleep, so I used 2 of my homemade incenses. Don't worry. They're made from all natural ingredients. They have a light fragrance and aren't harmful to the body. Speaking of which, have you seen the crab? It was scampering around over there just now, but I don't know where it went.
Are you wary of it?
So you can tell. My suspicion is less towards the crab and more directed to its unrevealed owner. A ley line effluence of this magnitude occurred without any warning. Someone probably disrupted the natural flow of the ley lines. Until we fully understand the situation, take extra caution. The academia has banned mechanical lifeform research for years, so the origin of these creatures is very suspect.
The academia previously conducted research on mechanical lifeforms.
Topics related to mechanical lifeforms were popular in the Spontamod for a time. Some of my juniors had also thrown themselves into such research. They proposed an intriguing idea. Use our knowledge to create a new and practical lifeform that could help humanity conquer nature. However, no matter which modules or parts are installed, a machine is innately a construct that receives and executes commands. They can never possess self-awareness like us or other living organisms.
Dokud někdo nevymyslí věc tak pokročilou, že to pak je jako druhá lidská bytost.
In their pursuit to discover the differences between mechanical and biological life forms, zealous researchers performed unregulated vivisections and other absurdly cruel experiments on animals. Research on mechanical life forms was thus banned. The irony is that The researchers became even more impetuous afterward. Who knows? Maybe the subject will be unbanned in a few years.
Do you not like it, maybe?
That's a difficult question to answer. I am interested in the topic of mechanical life, but I don't like the researchers' attitudes.
Anything particular, or is it because the conquest of nature is bad?
It's just my personal opinion. My ancestors and the Veluka Shuna of the desert coexisted together and supported one another. The bloodline of my people was born from this symbiotic relationship. So to me, all life is important. To understand life, you must first respect it. Life is not an expendable commodity, and knowledge should not be wielded like a scepter. These are the points of contention I have with some researchers, and why I left the academia. Once you start placing yourself above other life forms, I mean, what kind of results do you expect to get from researching pure life with impure intentions?
I understand.
Really? Well, I'm glad to hear it. Coffee? Did you prepare this for us?
It looks like it wants a reward.
All right. Seeing that you're working so hard to help out, I'll give you another part. You're not planning on using it? Many of your own parts are critically degraded, and you're running low on power. All right. Suit yourself. Oh, and thanks for the coffee, but I'm about to go to sleep. Leave it with her. The night watch is yours. Stay safe.
Jej, nedostane alkohol, ale dostane kafe. Kofein. Tak se to vyslovuje. Alkohol pro mladistvé je zakázaný v této hře a prostě ať chceme nebo ne, ale masivní dávky kofeinu prostě alkohol pro mladistvou Luminu prostě je zakázaný, ale masivní dávky kofeinu jsou úplně v pohodě. Cool. Jestli se naučíme vařit nějaký kafe jako součást nějakého jídelního receptu, tak je to absolutně dostane jednou. Protože to bude ultimátní hřebík do rakve. Vlastně předávkuju Luminu kofeinem. Okamžitě, jakmile takový recept bude existovat. Your punishment is solo watch duty.
Don't worry. Paimon will be sure to stay awake next time.
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. A quick question. Do you feel off at all?
A little bit.
Me too. The farther in we go, the closer we get to the source of the leyline effluence. We'll be heading out earlier today. I'll take down the tent and...
Is there something we can do?
Extinguish our fire so we don't set the entire forest aflame. Also, retrieve the pest-repelling devices from last night. We don't want to affect the ecosystem here.
Got it! Paimon will take care of the fire.
I'll retrieve the devices.
All right. Let's meet back here later. All right, it's about time to head out. As we go further in, we may encounter more berserk machines. The effects of the ley lines will also increase. If you're struggling, it would be wise to avoid conflict. Try to conserve as much energy as possible until we reach the source of the contamination.
Okay, takže žádný ultiny. Jako, that is what it is, isn't it? Conserve energy? Okay, ultimate energy.
The closer we get to the contamination source, the more mechanical monsters that appear.
Let's move out. Wait for you.
There we go. Ah, cave.
It stopped here.
Upon closer inspection, the plants here are really different.
Mají svůj vlastní ohňostroj teďkon. Ty nesvítí jenom, ty totálně září jak nějaká vole hvězda.
Leyline energies are also stronger here. This may be the place we've been looking for. Ready yourselves? We're going in.
Contamination dungeon. I'm gonna need fire. Pro 4 specifické elementy, takže plnou grupu. Well. Well, nejefektivnější od něj charakter, divte se nebo ne, je Yanfei. Ne Diluc, ale Yanfei.
I charge a higher rate to meet outside the office.
Všechny elementy potřebný mám pro jistotu. Protože tam může být nějaký specifický mechanismus. Dostanu Tighnariho na level 90.
Looks like there's no way to sneak by. Let's take care of them quickly.
Boom, boom! But my defense was watertight.
Hold the line.
There is no escape.
There we go. No, koukáme Yanfei jsou tak hrozný protiklady, že se k sobě moc nehodí.
What is this?
I don't feel too well. Se sklabuju na zem prostě hned jak tomu dojdu. I've never seen a machine like this before.
Leyline energy is spilling out from here. This device. It's extracting energy from the ley lines without end. Who in the world would do this without considering the consequences? The ley lines won't be able to repair themselves if their flow is perpetually disrupted like this.
That's terrible. We have to stop it. Let Paimon see. Paimon doesn't see controls anywhere.
Prostě do toho mrdnem. Prostě do toho uděláme díru a uvidíme. I'm starting to get dizzy.
Standing here is equivalent to being directly showered in leyline energy, which may cause irreversible damage to your body. Take Paimon and get out of here. I'll see if I can find a way to turn this thing off.
But you're also vulnerable to the ley lines, right? We're staying. We can't leave you here by yourself.
Then let's look for it together. If there's no control unit here, then there must be a trap door somewhere.
There is a hallway over here.
Hey, wait for us.
Jsem to chtěl zkusit. What is over here, I wonder? Nakonec tam nejsou žádný zatoulaný bedny.
What's this? It'll only show up if you step on it?
Be careful and watch your step.
Tohleto celé laboratorování a potrubí tady to mě znepokojuje, protože to si naposledy pamatuju, když jsme když jsme v jednom side story questu objevili Dotoreho opuštěnou laboratoř v Liyue, tak to byly podobné trubky a bylo to technizovaný. Takže jestli to má něco společného s ním, já přísahám, že jsme totálně vloji.
Someone's here! Are you the one that's taking the ley line's energy? Turn off that machine now! Why aren't you saying anything? Too ashamed?
Ne, vypadá to, že je spíš blíž mrtvej než živej.
His body is cold. It's emaciated and his eyes are sunken, likely from chronic malnourishment and stress. He collapsed and never got back up. What exactly happened here? Almost forgot about you. Here. This is the last one.
What is it doing?
I'm not sure. Judging by this room's layout, this place was a laboratory. We should find a repository of research documents if we keep going. The file room will definitely give us some clues, so let's go take a look. Maybe we can piece together what happened here.
Sure. Collect documents.
Wow! It's huge in here!
This place is very secluded. It's a natural
Hiding spot.
Did you two find anything?
There are a lot of lab notes, but it would take way too long to read through them all. I found a tape recording used for an experiment, and based on its serial number, it's from 2 years ago.
Tape recording?
Yes. The Spontamod created a device that visually records experiments and consolidates the final production into a tape. However, these devices are expensive to make and aren't entirely stable. That's why they are only used in some laboratories and do not see wider usage.
Come on, let's watch it.
Hold on, let me figure out how to play the tape. Okay, this should do it.
Extrémně prostě bleeding edge prototyp nějakýho prostě video recordingu v Genshinu. Okay, lay it on me. After the projector gradually begins to display recording.
Kakata? Seriously, I look away for 1 second and you're gone?
Jo, to je ten krab, že jo. Yep.
There you are. Look here.
Se trošku
This is our
velebím.
new home. I, Abatui, will unleash my talents here and amaze those ancient fossils at the Academia. Oh, you're also quite happy. Kakata, do you know what we're about to do? Yes, I thought not. Listen up, Kakata. I'm going to make a mechanical life form that can be mass-produced. The technology will be unlike anything else that exists. I'll use mechanical organs.
Tighnari tě
electric
předběhli.
currents will course through them like blood. A steel-cast heart that will beat forever, and a brain of myriad components that can think like mine. Inspiration from the ruins and the research that the Academia had banned. I hope everything can start anew from this place. When you can understand our language and live among us, you will no longer be a boring machine, but a truly living being. It's fine. You will understand. One day, you will understand me.
And it ends here.
Kata is the mechanical crab, right? And that researcher named Abatui said he wanted to prove something to the Academia?
The banned research.
I remember now. I had a junior researcher named Abatui. He was expelled from the Academia for researching mechanical life forms.
Junior researcher?
Junior researcher?
Yeah. What's wrong?
Nothing. Paimon was just wondering, doesn't Abatui look older than you?
He is, but academic progression isn't tied to age. I finished my studies a while ago, so subsequent students generally considered me as their senior.
Oh.
Of course, age can be an issue. For a while, people, always dragged me into pictures. I felt like some kind of animal on display. That is important.
I wonder
Let's
why.
go and see if we can find other tape recordings. pipes continue further. Let's head in.
Hey. There we go.
Look! Paimon found another tape! A date is written on it. Let Paimon see. It's from a half a year ago!
Že roka půl research.
That's quite the time gap. I wonder what happened in between.
Možná se to dozvíme.
It's rare that you malfunction because of an operational error. Seems that making coffee is still somewhat difficult for you. Or is there an issue with my set parameters? All right, there you go. Water entered the Keela and caused it to short circuit, so it couldn't receive signals from the ganglion. Look at me, talking to you like this. You can't understand me anyway, can you? It's fine. I swapped in some new parts, so you should be all right now. Try moving around. Everything in working order? Be more careful next time. We're tight on money right now, so we don't have a lot of parts or power to spare. I'm glad. Karkata, did you know? Yesterday, I dreamed that you could talk. Aren't the bunch at the Academia always saying things like, mechanical intelligence is just an extension of statistics? They were blown away when they saw us talking with each other.
Taky jedna poznámka, kdy jsem se všimnul. Řekl, že snil, period. Co by dávalo smysl, protože odešel z akademie a nevypadá, že nosí ten terminál, který aktivně odčerpává vaše sny a schopnost mít sny. Takže takový detail, že kdyby měl ten terminál, tak by nemohl mít žádný sen. A kdyby říkal, že měl seny přesto, tak by to bylo plot hole.
Too bad it was just a dream. Forget holding a conversation with me. You're so simple that you probably wouldn't even notice if I died. Never mind. I should probably be worrying about next month's power.
And that's it.
After Abatui left the Academia, everyone lost contact with him. I thought he was so despondent that he gave up on researching mechanical life forms. Instead, he had holed up here and continued his experiments.
Paimon doesn't feel like he's a bad person. He even changed out Karkata's broken parts. Why would he mess with ley lines?
He mentioned something about needing power.
Let's keep looking around.
What if he means ley line power? Okay. Wait, but then... Well...
Following the serial numbers, the next recording should be here. The writing is sloppy. Perhaps his state of mind had changed. There's also an undated tape in the wrong spot. It doesn't seem like Abatui put it there.
Maybe Karkata helped him with sorting.
It's hard to say. These are the last two tape recordings. Let's watch them.
Okay, nejdřív to první. Recording s roztřeseným nápisem.
Sorry, Karkata. I was just thinking about something. Today might become a special day. In my recent experiments, I successfully gave you a living being's instincts. When you're low on power, or if one of your parts is damaged, you will prioritize your survival command and proactively recharge or replace your parts. That is a very dangerous thing. And today, I did something even more dangerous. I've officially activated the 3rd generation ley line extractor. The ley lines will serve as our power source from now on. Conducting research on mechanical life forms requires a large amount of power. Even if I scrimped and saved, the more I have wouldn't last for long. I'm also getting tired, Karkata. I don't know what's driving me to continue with this research anymore. They say that even if it simulates the operation of a living creature's organs, a machine is still an ice-cold tool. I want to prove them wrong. I want to turn you into a living, breathing, and talking being. I'm not talking about anything cheerful, Karkata. Modules for language, emotion, and movement. I've been working my absolute hardest to augment and refine your functionalities, but I've never seen an effective response. You are my finest success, but even you can't understand me. All you can do is execute limited responses based on preset commands or keywords. Karkata, I wish you could speak to me, even just once. Yes, you cannot understand me, so you cannot answer me either. It is what it is. In a few days, I'll sell the failed ley line extractor for some more and continue my experiments. Life goes on, and I have to as well. I don't have any other choice.
Okay, teď to ano dám.
If I place another 2 control modules here to simulate the brain's thalamus. Of course my heart decides to act up now. Why did I cut medication from our expenses?
Wow.
Karkata, come help me. Strange. I feel weak. Oh no, I have to shut down the extractor. Shut it off. If we let them recharge indefinitely, they'll go out of control. Right. I never input a command to shut down the extractor, so you don't understand what I'm saying. In the end, it's just like the Academia said. Mechanical life forms only bring danger. My research... Was there any point to it at all?
Sayonara.
I'm sorry, Karkata. In the end, I still wasn't able to turn you into a true mechanical life form.
And that's it.
I see. So, the ley line effluence was an accident. After Abatui's unexpected death, the mechanical monsters were driven by their instincts and continuously drew out power from the ley line extractor. This eventually resulted in severe damage to the ley lines.
Then Karkata...
Paimon understands. Then why didn't Karkata go haywire like the other machines?
Because Karkata is different from the other machines. To Abatui, for a machine to truly be considered a mechanical life form, it must possess features similar to any other living organism. It should be structured similarly, it must be able to cry and laugh, and it must have the capacity for independent thought. Perhaps only by building such a machine could he have the Academia acknowledge his protracted research. But if he had slowed down and saw Karkata as a friend instead of as an experimental product, he would have noticed. Karkata can't speak, and yet it cares about Abatui far more than it does about itself.
What does that mean?
You'll see in a bit, but before that, we have a more urgent task at hand. First, let's find the control unit for the ley line extractor and shut it down.
Hey, let's finally shut it down. Nope. What are you hiding in here, huh?
More of this transparent flooring. It feels like a maze.
Kam se mám dostat? Někam až tam nahoru? What? OK, tak to se prej nepočítá. Well. I slid off. Já jsem neměl jít zpátky, já jsem měl odbočit někam jinam. Jako nebylo to vidět, what can I tell you? Oh no.
Below us is the final room. The control unit is likely in there.
The way ends here. Wanna try jumping down?
On it. Oh, come on.
I see everything. Rusty, Reven. Yeah. Grow. This way, Turtle.
Vás všechny tady zrubu.
Committed to memory. Let's move out. This way, Turtle.
Now you shall perish!
Got him.
This should be the control unit. Once we turn it off, the leyline extractor should also shut down.
Touch.
Without an external force damaging the ley lines, they should start to slowly repair themselves. Oh, but I bet you two are more worried about Karkata. Let's head back.
Nikdo nic neřekl. Why do you assume? It's just a machine, dude. Beden. Invisible walls. Boop. No. We need a new component. Ten už se neprobudí. No. What you said?
So, Karkata has been collecting parts because it thinks doing so will fix its owner?
Karkata is unable to understand the concept of death. However, it probably remembers when Abatui replaced its parts when it malfunctioned, and how that restored it to an operational state. It's true that Karkata isn't able to think or understand many topics, but it is like a small child that imitates what adults do.
So that's why it kept stealing mechanical parts. But it can't repair its owner, no matter how hard it tries.
Yes, but the important thing is that it formed the thought of wanting to repair Abatui. Who knows how this thought came to be, but it has even suppressed the instincts that Abatui had installed. If it really is as we've predicted, this research truly will make waves in the academia. It might have been possible to achieve this with ancient technology, but no one has been able to do the same with modern tools.
Kandriané to udělali a od té doby se jim nikdo ani nepřiblížil. Ale tenhle týpek se dostal hodně blízko.
Karkata? Karkata? Can you hear Paimon? Tighnari says you're awesome!
It ran out of power.
It reached its limit. It hasn't recharged this entire time, nor has it replaced its severely damaged parts. It's truly a miracle that it managed to hang on for so long. I'm gonna go confirm that the leyline extractor has shut down. Come with me. Let them be alone for a while.
Sure. Yep. Až moc solidní kytka.
The leyline extractor has ceased operations. Traces of leyline energy are still in the atmosphere, but the effluence's source has been stopped. The purification devices will handle the rest. Moving on. Those affected by the leylines need immediate care. We'll put up an announcement on the bulletin board about the dangers of entering the contaminated region, and for symptomatic individuals to find Kale.
What about Abatui's research, though?
According to the Academia's policies, we need to bring everything back. Research materials related to mechanical life forms will all be destroyed, and Karkata will be disassembled and sealed away.
What the heck?
You two should return first. I'll take care of things here. Although we've stopped the source of the effluence, the leyline energy in the air exceeds normal values. Your bodies won't be able to hold up if you continue to stay here.
But...
Listen, the Traveler hasn't rested very well, right? Also, it'll take some time to pack up all the research documents. You're not familiar with this research after all, so you won't be of much use here. Tell the Adventurers Guild that the incident has been resolved, and then get some sleep. We can discuss matters tomorrow.
Tighnari Max, what part is DI?
Oh, and
he usually goes there.
Don't talk about Abatui. The fewer that know about mechanical life form research, the better.
All right. Then let's go back to Catherine.
A tam budeme muset dojít manuálně. Jo, on tohle byl dungeon. Byl prostě jako by jsme někomu prostě vešli do baráku. Garden memories taught to Catherine. Yes, I will. No. Zajímavý side story o mechanickém researchi a věci, které to přináší.
Anyway, so the contaminated region turned out to be a leyline effluence deep in the forest. Things are already getting back to normal.
I see. Thank you for your hard work. Once the excess leyline energy dissipates from the air, we should be able to make an announcement for residents to resume their normal activities. This is the stipulated reward. Please accept it.
After leaving the Adventurers Guild, Paimon takes you somewhere else.
Is Karkata going to be sent back to the Academia?
Probably.
It's already damaged, but Paimon feels sad thinking about it getting disassembled.
Me too, I guess.
Oh, then how about we find Tighnari tomorrow and ask him not to do that? Paimon really wants to go right now, but Tighnari said that we would discuss matters tomorrow. We'll probably make him mad if we go now, huh?
Yeah, he had a reason why he said tomorrow.
Alright then, we'll find Tighnari tomorrow and tell him not to disassemble Karkata.
Now how about we just... no? How about we just don't? Počkejme tady u taverny. Děláme time spinnies. Tak nemusíme travelovat časem tak daleko. Takže se ubytujeme v taverně, vyspíme se a dalšího dne, jak nám bylo řečeno. Ujdeme ven za ním.
How are you feeling? Sleep well? We should go find Tighnari. How do you think we should ask him?
Nějak. Prostě tam přijdu nějaký já se skrz portál vám řeknu, ať to neptáte, ať prostě necháte věci být. This place again. Barbatos Ei.
Shh, keep your voice down. The lilac Daphne, a Daphne of the genus has a strong anticonvulsant effect. It can also be made into an anesthetic powder.
Budu mít nějakou přednášku.
Extrapolating from these two data sets, it would be particularly potent against Piscine species. Hey, make sure you're getting all this down.
Karkata?
I thought I told you all to keep your voices low. Plants aren't afraid of noise, but your shouting is making my ears ring.
You didn't disassemble Karkata?
Why would I do that?
But Paimon thought you said, according to the Academia's policies...
So that's why you two barged in like barbarians at this hour. Fine. I suppose I wasn't clear enough about this yesterday. What I meant was, according to the Academia's policies, all products of research must be destroyed. That's why we can't let the Academia discover that place.
Tu poslední větu si vynechal, protože si myslel, že to pochopíme, protože kdybychom měli tvoji hlavu informací, jak bychom to pochopili, ten kontext. Jenže my jsme nekontextoví nicky a my to samozřejmě nepochopíme. So the real reason you stayed back was to sign some posters?
Anyway, the first thing I did was repair Karkata. During my time at the Academia, I took an elective course at the Spontamod. Who knew it would prove useful one day? We then buried Abatui together. After organizing the research materials, I kept some as a souvenir. Most of it was burned to hide the evidence. I'm not with the Academia, so what do their policies have to do with me? On the other hand, I am the Forest Watcher of the Avidia Forest. I have a duty to protect all life in the forest. All life brought forth in this world has meaning, and Karkata is no exception. If it exists, then it shouldn't be carelessly abandoned or destroyed.
That's great! Wait, you just said life form. You recognize Karkata as a true living being now?
The possibility
Isn't that too
exists
early?
is all. It's hard to explain Karkata's efforts to repair Abatui. Abatui only left behind a small portion of his research. Who knows how many commands he installed? Maybe a conflict between all those commands resulted in this sort of behavior. From a more rigorous perspective, it is impossible to conclude that Karkata is a real life form. But the possibility exists. I am willing to believe in that. By the way, I'm not interested in continuing research on this subject. I'm just letting it hang out here because this place is relatively secluded. But as things stand now, it wouldn't be a bad idea to make it my research assistant. At the very least, it can record my experiments. What do you think?
Okay, and that's it. Story complete. The photo that was put aside. Aww. Who is this lady right here? Okay, vypadá to, že to je v Sumeru City, pravděpodobně někde poblíž akademie. Tyhle ty architektury v pozadí, takže to... Že by to bylo, jakož je to early foto, nějaká dřívější fotka z jeho dní v akademii, kdy tohle byla nějaký jeho junior student, který nastoupil až za ním. Takže já vlastně říkal, že lidi různě tahali do různých fotek a že prostě to nechápal proč. Tak tohle je jedna z nich prostě. They dragged me to all sorts of photos. To je pěkná. I like it. One of the many group photos, yep. Tighnari always has the same expression and doesn't seem to be interested in taking any of them.
When people at the academia included me in a group photo, they would also send me a copy. I have zero interest in group photos. But I also wouldn't just throw them away. I stored them all in a box. After coming back yesterday, I looked through them and found one with Abatui. I gave it to Karkata and it seemed happy. That's good enough.
Hmm? Cool. Nice talk, Mr. Blue 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 Blue. Well, that is gonna be it for today. Tighnariho side story byla jiná, než jsem čekal. Samozřejmě bych vám nepověděl z fleku, co bych od jeho side story čekal, ale existuje určitý počet věcí, kterým bych se nedivil, kdyby to bylo o tom. Jako kdyby to bylo o určitým počtu subjektů, tak bych se nedivil, kdyby příběh vedl určitými směry. Ale tohle něco takového jsem fakt nečekal. Ale vzešlo z toho plno zajímavých věcí, dobrých momentů a celkově bych pohodnotil příběh kladně. Líbilo se mi to. A prohloubilo to naše poznání tak Tighnariho osobnosti, minulosti a závažnost leyline různých disturbance, nebo jak se to řekne česky, těch různých leyline disturbances, prostě když leyliny nejsou v rovnováze. Když není všechno perfectly balanced. Anyway. To by bylo asi celkový zhodnocení. Jako byla jedna věc, prostě, která mě teď proběhla, že mě docela dostalo, že na to jednu tu videokazetu, prostě, což už to samotný bylo jako hodně revoluční a je to prostě, že řekli, že je to prostě vzácná technologie a hodně drahá, že prostě je to jenom na testování a jenom na, jako když opravdu musí se něco katalogovat, tak se to může použít. Ale že prostě na jednu tuhletu videokazetu prostě byla zaznamenána jeho smrt. Prostě, že přiložně umřel na kameru, když to použil takhle, jakože příměrově. Že prostě vyloženě v tom jednom záznamu umřel, jako napřímo, prostě dostal nějakou srdeční příhodu, prostě infarkt a prostě umřel. A jenom proto, že prostě chtěl víc peněz a ten týpek si neřekl, že to bude asi blbý, když prostě přestane brát léky na svoje nemocné srdce a když se mu stane příhoda, že to možná bude potřebovat. Takže ponaučení. Když budete vypotřebovat víc peněz pro nějaké svoje účely, nevynechávejte z toho své léky na věci, které potřebujete k životu. Jako k přežití k životu. To nemůžete vynechat ani náhodou za nic. Tak je zajímavé, že Paimon na něj řvala, když jsme tam vstoupili poprvé a prostě řvala na jeho domů do obličeje a prostě jo, ten týpek je mrtvej. A Paimon mu řve do obličeje, ať vstane. Ten asi nevstane. Anyway, tak než začnu se povídat sám se sebou o různých blbostech díl, tak se pustíme do věci, která nastupuje jako obvykle, a to finální vyšpůl na konci epizody. Tak, nynější banner nám to přinesl Zhongliho a Tartagliu jako obličeje těchto vyšů. A jinak to máme Noel, kterou mám, myslím, namaxovanou a mám ji rád. Sayu, kterou taky používám a mám ji rád a nemyslím si, že ji mám namaxovanou, ale je to možný. Je to dost možný, ale ne 100% reálný. U Noel 100% vím, že ji mám namaxovanou. U Sayu si nejsem jistý, ale jsem si jistý, že ji mám minimálně v půlce. Zhruba. A tenhle ten týpek je novej a má meč, který používám na Noel aktivně, takže s tím mečem jsem hodně seznámený. Tak je dobrý vědět dopředu, že tenhle týpek je Heavy Swordsman. Takže by mohl být docela useful. Nevím, jaký má element, ale... Počkej, on to má tady. Že by to byl LED? Vypadá to hodně jako Cryo Vision, jestli je tohleto ono. Což by v podstatě byl slabší verzí Euly, ale Eula se soustředí na physical damage než na elementární cokoliv. Což, jestli je on víc elementární, tak a dobře by rozesíval elemental damage, tak proti tomu bych nic neměl. Což 4-starový cryo damage dealer je taky Chongyun, což we all know how that's like. Je to špatný. Kdybyste nevěděl, je špatný. Takže bez dalších okolků, který bych se mohl vycucat z prstu, půlneme na Zhongli banner. Protože ačkoliv ne, ani Childeho nemám a Zhongliho taky ne, tak Zhongli to komanduje trošku větší respekt for me a Zhongliho chci o trošku víc než Childeho, i když jeho mít by taky nebyl úplně špatný. Tak volneme na Zhongli banner, budeme doufat primárně v tohohle novýho týpka, aby jsme měli v kolekci, a pak sekundárně k Sayu. Když dropne Noel, tak jej, ale máme ji. Sayu aspoň je naděje, že tam je konstelace k doplnění. A Sayu docela aktivně využívám. Takže minimálně mít tu jistotu by bylo fajn. Takže let's go. Zhongli banner vyšpůl. Nekoukám se a uvidíme, co nám to přinese. Prosím, RNGesus. Please grant me your wonderful shinies that I want. Já chci vědět, jak se ten nový týpek jmenuje. That's all I want, I swear. No, to si děláte prdel. To ne. To si... Ne. Ne. To shut the fucking front door and go away. What the fuck? What is happening? Já jsem rád, že jsem pulnul na Zhongli banner. Udělám si screenshot for later. Tak jsem jako hodně rád, že jsem pulnul Zhongli banner, to je jako vám řeknu to rovnou. Protože další archon v kolekci. Mě ani nezajímá, že levelovat ho bude absolutní chujovina, že to bude peklo, protože já jsem tak mega šťastný. Oh můj bože. Díky Celestialu pro tenhle mega ultra skvělý dar. Tobě taky RNG já na tebe nezapomenu. Thank you. Damn. Let's get on the other side. I guess I'm gonna be like this for a little bit. Než se trošku schodím. Jej, další různý věci. Další 4-starový look. Jestli nevíte, Archerů mám tři toalety, neboli jak je řečeno 3 hajzly. Takže ačkoliv mám hromadu luků, tak všechny jsou zabraný, protože mám hromadu Archerů, protože se s nima utrhnul pytel. Takže děkuji. Thank you. I shall take it. Holy shit. I cannot believe my eyes, my ears. Okay, utratíme zase tohleto za tohle, jak to vždycky většinou dělám. A já jsem spokojený. Samozřejmě jeden aspoň, druhý, když jsem nespokojený a oh boy, am I satisfied. Já absolutně nevím, nevím, co dělá, ačkoliv existoval tak šíleně dlouhou dobu a vím o něm hromadu věcí, včetně jeho side story questů a tak já absolutně nevím, co má za skill a co umí, jestli je dobrý. Pamatuju si, že jsem ho kdysi dávno v jednom dílu z téhle série, actually. V jednom z minulých dílů, který je katalogovaný, jsem ho testoval v jednom side story z questu, myslím, o té solné krajině. Jsem ho dostal jako trail a tam jsem ho otestoval a vznesl jsem nad ním názor ohledně jeho skillu a té ultiny. Ale už si to vůbec nepamatuju. to absolutně nevím. Takže yeah, here he is. Here's our boy.
But where are those who share the memory?
Here's our boy! Zhongli, a mysterious expert contracted by the Wangshank for the funeral parlor. Extremely knowledgeable in all things. Okay. Co potřebuješ na level up? Core Lapis. Těch moc nemám, protože nebyl důvod je sbírat, ale nebyl by to takový problém. A slime condensate, těch mám miliardu.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
A potřebuje geohypostasise, stejně jako Noel. Ale Noel už je na levelu 90, takže ta už ho nebude potřebovat. A Noel byla jediná, o kom vím, že to potřebovala. Kromě toho, těch bych ten level up tady vzadu dokázal udělat. Těch nejvyšších slimeů bude potřebovat tak 36 a jich mám 120. Takže to bude naprosto v pohodě. A ten říká jenom tuhletu jednu lineu. Takže, let's see. Rain of Stone, 6 consecutive strikes. To je hodně. 4 je normál, 5 je lehký nadprůměr a 6 je hodně extra special. Consume the certain... Jo, to je normálně, tak to asi bude dělat. I když to může dělat něco speciálně. Consume certain to large causing stone spears to fall along his path. OK, to je special. A then back there. Takže skill Dominus Lapidis. Every mountain, rock, and inch of land is filled with the power of Geo, but those who can wield such power freely are few and far between. Press commands the power of earth to create a stone steel, neboli nějaký stone kámen. Wow, ironický statement. No synonymní, přesně. Hold causes nearby geoenergy to explode, causing the falling effect. Smack to number of hasn't been reached, creates a stone steel, creates a shield of jade. The shield's damaged. On má štítovou abilitu. What? If there are nearby targets, it will drain a large amount of geo, to je such targets. Okay, takže když někdo má na sobě geo damage, tak drainne to do sebe a je silnější. Stone Steel dělá AOE geo damage. So they consider geo construct and can be climbed and used to block attacks. Jade Shield possess damage absorption against all elemental physical damage. Cool. Všestranný štít dokonce. Characters protected by Jade Shield will decrease the elemental resistance of opponents. Planet Befall brings a falling meteor down to the earth, okay. Dealing massive geo damage to opponents caught in its AoE and applying the petrification status to them. OK, takže je to blastné a ještě je to petrified. Okay, they cannot move. OK. A má jako basic pasivku Arcanum of Crystal. Refunds or when crafting polearm type weapons. S tím ti pomůže Raiden Shogun, protože ta má hodně podobnou věc. Ta zase při levelení, při upgradeování polearm weaponu to má levnější. Tenhle ten má levnější craftění ze začátku. Polearm weapony budou mít masivní zlevnění úplně všude. Jo, takže první pasivka ze začátku. When the Jade Shield takes damage, it will fortify. Fortified characters have increased shield strength. OK. Takže když budu mlátit do toho štítu, tak ten štít zesílí tu postavu jako takovou. Trošku. A pasivka, když ho namaxujem. Jungly deals bonus damage based on his max HP. Normal attacks increase by blah blah. Dominus stability stone steel is damage increase motilapka a damage increase motilapka. Takže to je v podstatě jenom tohle a tady to jsou ty konkrétní staty. Takže jo, takže až... Ale jenom ohledně těch hápek se to týká... Ne, tady to je. Shields damage absorption based on Johnny's max HP u toho štítu. Tady u toho ne, ale ten štít koresponduje k jeho hápkům, takže buildovat ho na hápka má smysl. Už od začátku. Cool. Let's show him off. Já si udělám jeden choice. A to, že ho zařím takhle do jedné z těch grup, chodám sem. Cool. Just thought of something. Jak by to vypadalo, co najdu?
What is the situation?
I've been waiting for you for ages. Give me a moment to compose myself.
I can do this. Můžu mít plnou grupu jenom archonů. Yay. I got that far. Měl jsem dostatečný lak na to, abych pulnul 4 z nich. Což je doteďka každý z nich. Ale teďka vychází Fontaine, takže to bude archon číslo a země číslo 5. Což mít možnost prozkoumat 5 zemí najednou už je docela dost. Si pamatuju, když ani ta velká sněžná hora u Mondtstadu nebyla nic víc, ještě jenom natexturovaný kůžel. Hey, there's our boy. Já to, co vytváří ty pilíře při charge attacku. Okay. Zajímavý. Okay. To vypadá jinak. Ale je tu prostě sloup, který takhle pulzuje. Když to tepnu prostě. Jo, tak to prostě takhle vytvoří pilíř a myslím, co si pamatuju, jsem četl, že to nevytvoří ani ten štít. Ale má to rychleji cooldown. A jenom jeden sloup. A když to podržím a ten sloup už existuje, tak ho to nezruší. Prostě to dotvoří ten štít. Wait, teď mě napadlo později, některý z vás to asi říkali u svých monitorů. Tady si můžu udělat trial na něj vlastně. Takže let's go. Mi ho dají vylevlenýho, vyšperkovanýho a můžu si to vyzkoušet. Jsem na to trošku pozapomněl. Mě zajímalo, jestli ten pilíř dává prostě pulzu každým tím pulzem geodamage, protože to by bylo zajímavý. Protože žádná postava nic takového neumí. Yep, dává to geodamage. Dám to damage, když se spadnu přímo do nich, ale podle mě to spíš bude o tom, že to pulzuje ten damage a... A to dává to svoji ránu. No, nemá zrubat. Yep. Já vás sundám. Njum. Kdyby se netargetoval na ty pilíře. Njum. Wow. On nekumuluje tolik geoenergie, že to může udělat hned znova. Nope. Yep. Protože to ostatní nepřežije, tak jsem to ani neviděl, ale opravdu je skamenuje. Wow, ono to je takhle naosený? Hustý.
Let's spark things up a little.
Masivní crystallize.
Order guide
you.
Quake.
Got him. Ah, wrong button. Jako... Takhle, jelikož má štít, tak může nahradit Noel a vůbec nic by se nestalo. Protože má stejnou štítovou funkci. Je to jenom otázka vylevlení zatím. Takže minimálně ten slot může v klidu zaujmout a bude to úplně možný.
But where are those who share the memory?
A jinak jo, jak Polar person, takže damage nedává tolik jako mečový lidi, ale jinak jeho damage je docela slušný. Ty jeho skilly jsou takový dobrý na prostě jako support damage. Tě nechám mluvit pro teďko. Jenom proto, že jsem tě dostal, že si tě chci užít. Tak, no, hodí se takový support damage style, jak bych to řekl, prostě.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Yes. I know. Tak. Rozhodně se ho žiju a rozhodně ho uvidíte příště. Zvláště když příště, pokud se nemýlim a pokud si pamatuju svůj program, tak by nás měl čekat další část Archon questu. At long last. Udělali jsme hodně věcí od posledního Archon questu a už jsme udělali tolik věcí, že nastal čas. Takže se uvidíme příště v dalším díle. Já si vyzvednu ještě na kameru tady tu rewardu, protože to některý by mohlo štvat. Ale cyklnu tě zpátky. Protože některý by mohlo štvat, že prostě máš tam vykřičník, udělal si tu věc, vyzvedni si tu rewardu. Ale taky vykřičník kvůli něčemu, tak...
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth, and those that come across Liyue tend to stay a while. So it is where many things come to settle.
Sure. Tak, teď máme vršek krásně bez vykřičníku. Kromě toho vlevo nahoře, ale ten je tam stálej, takže to je nový normal. Takže to bude ode mě pro dnešek pro tento díl všechno. Děkuji, že jste se dívali. Uvidíme se u příštího velmi podstatného dílu. A pokud budete spát, tak dobrou noc.